People still buying. It
They
ain't
do.
the assault rifle, folks.
People still buy the Bible. You can get one for free.
It's these people with these messed up mentalities and thought processes.
You can go buy whatever you want to buy.
As you should be able to.
You should.
And we are here.
In rare form already.
In rare
I come ready.
form.
You come tuned up.
Talking about the booth
Especially when I know you
before.
gonna be here.
Don't tune up for me.
Got to. Cause if I don't tune up, you gonna tune up. And I can't give you the upper hand like
Don't
that.
tune up for
This ain't gonna work out.
Got my 2 stars here.
What up? What
I
up?
have my 2 stars here.
Lady D, how you feeling today?
I feel really good. This was a good day. How about you?
Wonderful. No complaints. Deuce.
What
How are
up?
you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
I'm fully bounced back from the COVIDs.
Nice. You got on your salmon color shirt.
Hey. I was going to shimmy, but let me cut it out. Hey, so what episode we at? 34?
Yep.
34.
That's a good number.
It is.
Yeah.
It
First number
is.
7. You have them together, which is a good number.
Now, y'all were talking so seriously before we started. I don't think we should start out that seriously.
serious.
Man.
No, we ain't got to. One
You
day
must-
y'all gonna see the pre-show.
Maybe.
One day. What you got for us, Deuce?
Did y'all see this madness? Monique calling out D.L. Hughley. Oh, man.
I'm so glad I didn't buy tickets for that concert. Like, I
Were
would
you-
have
were you
been
contemplating
disappointed. No, I'm
Okay.
just saying, like, I've been to so many comedy. I saw Monique at the Queens of Comedy in Cincinnati way back when. And if she would have did a 21-minute rant like that after I paid...
Was it 21 minutes? Oh.
Shit, the little... I mean, they shared the call sheet and everything for us to see.
Man. Yeah, I seen it, read about it.
What was your take on it?
She mad. Well, I don't know for what. What she mad at?
And why she take it out on the crowd?
She felt like she was embarrassing D.L. Hughley. And he came up and gave her ass one line, and it was a wrap.
I mean, and it just set it up so nicely that he could just come out and be smooth
Well,
and
yeah.
just win.
Yeah.
He won.
It's an easy W for me, baby. Thank you. Thank you for this easy
he
W.
just pimped out, said some smooth shit, and won. And then it
carried
was
on with his show.
online, and it was the receipts, and it was, oh my God, I'm like, come on. The last thing I saw was Daddy wrote the contract. Did the daddy write the contract?
The boyfriend.
The boyfriend,
The husband, whatever.
She called him daddy.
Oh, she calls him Daddy.
She calls him daddy.
Okay,
Okay.
child.
That's hubby.
Nice.
But was this necessary? Was this necessary? Was it that big of a deal? Like
I feel like to her, it is because she is, really persistent about wanting her value, and she sees her value as such. When I tuned in with the Netflix stuff, she sees her value as such, and she wants to be, recognized. She has time in the game. She's notoriety. She has TV. She had TV shows. Like, I get it.
How does co-headlining with D.L. Hughley lessen her value? Because that's what ultimately happened.
I think
She wanted to be the headliner.
Yeah,
she wanted to be
thought that
the headliner.
She wanted the
or
big-
she
she
thought
wanted the
she
bigger
was
bulk of the money.
the headliner.
She did.
And obviously you guys can't perform at the same time. So somebody has to go last.
It was
And-
she got less
and-
money for not being the person that went last.
Was that what it was about?
I
Was
think
a few
the
dollars?
I think the money. No, I think the money was settled.
Headliner.
I think the money was settled. I think the contract was settled.
Because that's what she was screaming.
I think it was most about the position. I think she wanted to go last because that's what a headliner is.
And she brought
They
up.
go last, but
So that was the issue.
I think for her
I
that
think
was
she
that
got- I think she
vision.
got her
than it
bread,
being
bro.
about the money.
I think she got her bread, bro.
I don't know. I felt like if I would have paid to see that show, that would have not been fun. It would have been like, oh damn, I can't believe is somebody gonna get slapped? Like you don't know what's gonna happen at shows now. When that guy got climbed up on the stage with Dave Chappelle at the Hollywood Bowl, we just don't know what's gonna happen at these shows anymore. D.O. Hughley even said, nobody better run up here and hit me. Like, what are we even to expect now?
So does this validate all the other things that people have been saying about Monique? Or because with the Netflix thing, I wanted to ride with her so hard. I wanted to ride
Williams
with
broke
Netflix.
It down, and I was like, ooh.
Can you paraphrase what he said? Because I don't know what he said.
He said something to the effect of Netflix was offering, the way they structured the deals for folks, it was equal to their ticket sales.
Okay.
So his ticket sales was X. So that's what the offer was. So that was his whole thing to Monique.
So your ass don't sell enough tickets, so we not paying you like you would have sold this many tickets.
Okay.
But she also saying that there's other things at play that kind of block her from, getting to her money.
Because she a woman.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's what she said, right? Because she a black woman.
Yeah, that was
wasn't giving her just due. Okay.
She's had a full, robust career. I think Monique is funny. She's a star.
She's definitely a star legend.
But what's happening right now to her, in my eyes, and it's like, you are a star, hella funny. I've paid to see Monique several times in my life. I can say that she brings an entertainment value that I've been a customer of, a consumer of. So I can recognize her wanting to be recognized as such. But this is not funny to me. It's not even making me want to lean into the female side of it. I understand show business is a complicated thing, but I don't know.
But you gonna take your personal ego issue and take it out on the people that pay money to actually see you do comedy. Nah, they didn't get no comedy from you.
And was anybody laughing? Like when have you watched the video? Like, yeah, I don't think anybody was even laughing. I just think
so. You didn't even give me what I paid for.
Well, it was other comics there, so they laughed at some point.
Yeah.
Do you think she plays the
victim?
Do you think that? Do you think she plays the victim?
I just think she genuinely believes they trying to play me, and I'm coming for mine. However that plays out in her head, I just think that's what she believes.
But when you ain't working, what you getting? Because they saying a lot of people don't want to work with her, right?
Well, it's the age of YouTube. You can get it popping on your own. I see lots of YouTubers come up. So
do you guys think that her delivery kills her message? Do you think if her delivery was different, maybe the message might resonate?
I think it would not have gotten the attention it got. Like, it just became social media hot, and everybody's talking about it.
She wants that attention.
She could have went backstage and just said, "I'm not going on." You know what I mean? I've been to concerts like that too, where for whatever reason the talent didn't get on the stage, and that was the end of the concert. And she could have just said, "Yeah." She could have just been like,
"Not go on."
Yeah, she tried to
She was super late.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like they didn't do what they were contracted to do, in my opinion, which was to bring a comedy show.
Man, I was trying to ride with Monique, but this one.
So what you think? You think she's unjust and just over the top with it?
Oh, for this one, you over the top. This seems like an ego move. It seems like it seems like she probably feels like she's a better comic than DL. She probably feels like she's more box office than DL. And how dare them make me go on after DL Hughley?
That's essentially what she said. I know you was on Kings of Comedy, but I was the headliner of Kings of Comedy.
She was, and DL Hughley did open. I mean, I think he was like an MC or something, which is what she was pointing out. But
Steve Harvey was the MC. DL Hughley actually.
At one point, Steve Harvey became they switched that show up because I saw the original one and when they switched it up, and it wasn't always the same lineup. And
Well, the one I seen, Steve Harvey was the MC, and
that was the second one because they came to Cincinnati and Steve Harvey tried to get cute, and we shut the show down.
He tried to get it cute.
He tried to get cute. What
did he do?
He started insulting people from Cincinnati because he's from Cleveland.
Okay.
And so he's like, this.
They booed him off the stage.
It was a boo situation.
The boo birds came out.
It was a boo situation, and they changed that show up that next time it came.
So, in you guys' personal opinion, who's funnier, Dia Hughley or Monique? Who should have been headlining off the talent?
I'm not a fan of Monique, so
You have to go with Dia.
yeah, like her shows was cool. She was just kind of like, I don't know, like I've never been like this big Monique fan. So
What you think?
I think of the two, if I looked at the body of their work, I would say Monique. I don't know what's happening right now.
When it comes to stand up, it's tough between. I actually like both of them a lot. I like DL. I like his approach to comedy. I like Monique's, energy and just how she delivers. She brings it, So if I had to pick one as far as a headliner, I might lean towards Monique, But I'm not mad either way. I want to see both of y'all. Y'all both black greatness. I want to see both of y'all.
Exactly.
Like,
that's a mega show when it's all of them up there.
Be more entertaining.
Yeah.
I think she does really good comedy for ladies, like that dating experience, her marriage experience, raising her kids. DL brings more the settled family man. When you look at his comedy, they just have two different kind of styles of what they talk about. So I don't know, but I hate to see it kind of unfold like this because I don't want her to go away. I feel like it's a place for her. 50 Cent just
gave you another little boost.
And what?
I think she's supposed to be on BMF.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, her bag ain't gonna stop. She gonna get her bag. She talented. She know, But I think these incidents kind of take away from
stuff
bigger
like that.
Opportunity that
exactly
she's very deserving of.
Especially when people are talking about her like this, like she's difficult to work with. When you get that moniker as a female
and multiple people,
as a black person in general,
they're difficult to work. That's a real
and multiple
vague
people
layered way to say.
Don't hire their black ass.
But that's why 50 Cent giving her, a part on BMF. Like, people was talking about it. It was all on social media.
So they gonna go watch BMF because the other dude who was on that show, didn't he get arrested or something?
Yeah, he got out though. But I mean, they was
that wasn't on that timeline.
They was just saying,
they need some more
50
juice.
Cent giving her another chance because people don't want to work with her. And it's
but
like,
it works for him too, so it's not just all altruistic. People are gonna watch the show.
People gonna watch the show anyway. They was already watching it.
I didn't watch it. I might watch.
But now you gonna watch it down there.
When they brought Mary J. Blige on Power,
that's how it works.
I started watching
That's how it works. So she definitely has value.
Yeah.
And I hate to see. Come on, I don't need our legends going at it like this. Like we don't need our
legends
going at each other.
We don't need that.
This is not great.
It ain't.
Come on.
It's definitely not. So, wanted to get into this before it got stale. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard verdict. I believe Amber Heard won $2 million for her. Was it? I don't know. It was whatever it was. Whatever it was. You ain't gonna have us misquoting y'all out here. And then we got Johnny Depp winning $15 million for his. I believe his was defamation. I think I didn't remember that part. React.
Get your money, dog.
Well, what a waste of our time. That whole trial was like bullshit.
Get your money, dog.
You found no entertainment out of
when she talking about she got a bruise kit. What?
Oh, bruise kit. Okay,
yeah,
please break this down.
She had this makeup kit that they use on set to create bruises. And admitted it. It was all this stuff that kept trying to paint her as a narcissist. And I said, we dealing with another goddamn narcissist.
Shit, both of them.
Just craziness. What do we want to see on court TV now? We ain't had no good cases since who? Michael Jackson's killer.
They gonna keep
Dr.
the good
Murray.
cases coming. Trust me, the good cases gonna keep coming.
Who cared? Johnny Depp looked swole with a ponytail. I was like, why they get Jackson Sparrow out here like that?
Oh.
Then it turns out on the day of the judgment, he over the Europe being a rock and roll star. Like, what
Get your
the
money,
hell?
dog.
So to paraphrase Amber Heard, she said something to the fact that this is gonna set women back. This verdict is
Cut it
gonna
out.
set women back for years to
Nah,
come.
what I don't like is when there are cases where it's a woman who's saying, I'm a victim of domestic violence. Then her case is elevated to a platform that many people are looking at it. You're saying, I'm being physically abused, mentally abused, all this stuff. And it's not true. But there are so many women who are
Going
in
through
these
that shit.
situations. And then it is this idea of, oh, they're not, one isn't telling the truth, so they're all embellishing it or being sympathetic to the abuser. Like, that's what pisses me off when cases like this get on such a platform and then it's like, no, this didn't happen to this degree. And you want all the support of all the abused women in America to rally behind you, and this isn't even what is happening to you?
That's sick. That's sick.
Get your money, dog.
That's sick.
In real life in America, at the rate of domestic violence,
City
some woman
boys,
got
we
beat
up.
that night probably because, like, what the heck? What the heck? That is not cool. That's not cool.
City boys
City
up 13
boys
mil.
up.
Not cool.
All right.
I didn't have much to say about
yeah,
it
we don't
because
we don't care about that.
I didn't care. It's like,
Not that demo.
what?
Just wanted to throw it out there.
And it was just on TV the whole time. Like, it was
Was it?
play by play.
Shit, that shit was on was it on TikTok? I think it was on TikTok. It was on live on TikTok and
Never
shit.
watched none of it.
Johnny Depp was swole. Why did he
I just
get
know
up there?
somebody accused somebody of shitting in it. She
she
shitted
did
in
that.
his bed.
Yeah.
Okay,
They
But you talking
said
about
some-
you being abused.
They said some foul stuff to each other.
oh, that is crazy.
Another
So okay,
couple.
Off of that, what is the craziest thing you've done in a relationship and or breakup? Hope you didn't shit in somebody's.
No, that's disgusting.
That is horrible. Before you answer, did y'all see the clip of that girl throwing her boyfriend's ashes in
I
the
heard about
river
that in the river.
She get
because she
fined
caught him
for it?
cheating or something?
That's why. I
I'd
think it
be
was
the
his
ass.
mom. I don't even think it's his. I think it's his mom's ashes.
Yeah, it was his mom.
Right.
Yeah, her
That's
I'd be
boyfriend's
the ass.
mom's.
wild. That's wild.
I would have beat her ass.
That's some real hate. That is some real hate.
You finna experience some real
Back
hate.
in the day, you just puncture a tire. You know what I mean? Take a spark plug.
Take a spark plug.
You
How fuck
break
you
the
get out
window.
hood?
No, you bring your own. Just break one window. You know? He
Oh, you
gets
saying
it.
take a spark plug and break a window.
So that's
He
that's as deep as you got him.
That's as deep as I could go.
Maybe punctured a tire. Maybe broke a little. Maybe.
Per se, maybe.
Yeah, not you, but
Girl look
a
like
different
me.
version of you.
And then he came home and he was like, somebody slashed my tire. I was like, word,
Ain't that some shit?
word.
You want to
Who
share,
did
Punk?
it? What'd you do?
Did any crazy things back in the day?
Nothing.
Not that I could think of.
All right, so since Punk isn't gonna share today, he on some bullshit. I'm gonna have to stop this, get some
Craziest
beers
thing I
or
did. I'm
some
thinking
something.
about it. I don't
You
know.
did something. If you've ever really deeply loved some girl, you have done something to outwardly express it. when it was going awry.
Because we broke up.
Anything.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the
Her
craziest
man
thing I
came.
did in a
She did her
relationship?
man tired. He came home.
Oh, so you saying what's the craziest thing I did in a relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll probably choke the person.
Choke the person.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You hold it in and then you just drop the bomb on it. Okay.
It was self-defense.
Okay.
Self-defense.
Cool.
Yes.
Was her neck rocking back?
We
Nah.
ain't gonna go there.
Wow. It was just a quick lift up.
A quick lift up. Who
Uh,
are you, NASA? Buzz Aldrin on this bitch? A quick lift off, huh?
you lift off the ground?
He said a quick lift off.
Shit.
I was defending myself.
From what? The
Her.
Hulk inside of you?
No.
Should have been.
It
She made me do it.
witnesses. I had witnesses. I had witnesses.
Well, I hope you calm way down in your maturing
It's the only
time.
physical altercation I had.
Well, I hope you have, you know.
I'm not a physical violent person.
I just
Hey.
choke him just a little.
I know.
I just squeeze.
I
When
know.
she start to black out, I let go. I let go immediately. I can tell I went too far. Come on.
Come on, what? It
You don't
wasn't
get no
that
high
deep.
school stories.
Nah,
You want something worse than I
know
choke
crazy
this bitch
stuff.
out?
Nah, I
I
don't.
didn't choke
I
nobody out.
I wanted something in the middle. I wanted something we could have fun with.
Oh yeah, I drove her out to the middle of nowhere and left her.
I'm trying to have some fun here.
I don't think
I
we need to
really
go any deeper.
You know, I ain't had bad breakups.
Yeah,
They
we
know better.
forget. We forget.
It's okay. Yeah, we over. It's okay. I promise you.
She gonna paint me as a woman beater now.
We know
I'm
you. We
not
know
gonna
you're a good
paint you
guy.
as anything.
We know you're a good guy.
You a woman choker. Anyway. Like I got on the choker.
Y'all like that. He acting like y'all
Some
don't
women
like
like to be choked, but just in the bed.
that. We was in the
Choke her
bed.
in the bed
We was.
if she likes that.
We was.
I'll tell a little quick story time since y'all.
You choking women too?
Hell no.
Okay.
No,
I had
not that
witnesses.
bad.
And then other people watched you do this?
It wasn't how you think. It wasn't how you
Goodness
think.
gracious.
Get him up off of her. Get him
Nah,
up off.
let
He's
him-
gonna kill her.
Let him choke her just a little bit more.
I was
She
def-
did this.
I was defending myself.
He
I can't
was.
stand that bitch now. Choke the bitch.
Y'all was right back together the next
The
day,
next
wasn't y'all?
day.
Nah,
Gotta make you some breakfast.
Ooh, she was saying that. She was apologizing.
Of course, after you get choked the fuck
Hell
out,
nah,
you
'cause
figure it
she-
out for your
I was defending myself. She was.
I'm gonna have to cut this whole segment out.
Please.
All right. Where we at? Where we at? Y'all want a beer? Y'all good?
I'm on the alcohol fast.
Oh, nice for you. Good for you.
What kind?
I got some Lightning Cougars up there.
Yeah, I fuck with one.
Fuck with a beer. Okay. I'm gonna take a little break real quick.
Alright.
And we are back. Take a little
How's
break,
your
baby.
juicy peach beer?
It was good, actually. Yeah.
Refreshing for the summer?
Yep, it is going to be.
I love how they make beer more and more women friendly. Like, I don't drink. How this peach beer? Okay.
Is that beer not masculine enough for you, Lady D?
I just love how these companies go after young markets, female markets. Like, that does not, a dude ain't gonna drink that. He want a beer with a skull, a fist, a lightning bolt.
So you're promoting toxic masculinity, huh?
No, Revolution IPA. Like, it's some beers that they.
So if we drink these, we ain't a dude.
No, I
We
think
soft.
it's. I don't think
We
that
soft
you
punk.
soft. I think that's your warm up.
No, she trying to be
That's
politically
your
correct.
pregame. That's your pregame to the real hard liquor, or you just juicy peaching it out.
Can't even drink that.
Nope.
Terrible.
Nope.
I'll make sure I bring my cognac next time.
Yeah,
Yo,
make sure we
tough
had the
stuff.
dark, man.
Yeah, bring the tough stuff in here.
Make sure it's straight too.
Man.
No chase. Woman choker. Anyway. I'm glad we started off
that
lighthearted
does
because
soften you up from the last story to come back to the juicy peach.
I didn't tell the story.
I
I
love
didn't
it.
tell the story. So.
he's out to tell the
You didn't get the story.
We got the
I was not
got
the,
the
I
outcome.
was not the bad guy.
You never are, punk. You
Yeah,
never
sometimes
are.
I am. Not in that
That
situation.
So I think it was the last pod? Last pod. It was a mass shooting. It was a couple of mass shootings, and I was just so out of it. I had COVID brain. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But since then we've had like 3 more mass shootings.
Yes.
The first one was the Oklahoma one when the guy targeted black
doctor.
people.
Oh no,
Was that in Oklahoma?
Oklahoma was a doctor. It was Buffalo.
Oh, okay. Well,
At the grocery
the
store.
grocery store. Sorry, Buffalo at the grocery store. The guy targeting black people, killing black people, killed like 10 black people. I think might have been more. Streamed it live on fucking Twitch.
Yes.
Streamed the shit live on fucking Twitch.
And they didn't cut it immediately. Like they let it go for a little bit too.
You know, like they think life is a video game. Like what the fuck are we doing? Like,
or this whole idea of accelerating a race war. Like this is the second time in New York this happened. It was another dude who came to New York and was like, I'm gonna just kill some random black dude to start the race war. And he ended up stabbing this old homeless guy who was, I'm sorry, he wasn't even homeless. He was getting cans out of the garbage can. He assumed he was homeless and stabbed him to death. And it turns out he was just trying to get the cans to recycle. He wasn't even homeless. And it was like he thought doing this was going to start this race war. And then here's another one. We're going to start this race war. And it's like, first of all, where is that coming from? Because I haven't seen an answer to either attempts at this. Right? Like, why does this keep coming up as if one day it's going to be, oh, that's it, y'all.
Right, that's the like enough terrible
That's
shit ain't
it, y'all.
happened in the history of the
What
U.S.
the
of A.
hell?
Like,
Stop it with that. But then we fast forward to Texas. This young man, he shoot his grandma.
text somebody and told him that he shot his grandma.
And then
And
went
still
to
made it to the school.
and was there for an hour and what was it, 90 minutes? Like,
Now hold on, I when I heard the reports that police officers were stopping parents from going into the building, yet other police officers going into the building and getting their own children out.
but you're
But stopping other parents from going in and let me risk my life because I'm going to get mine.
Well, when they
I'm
do a
I'm
school
running in there to get
lockdown-
mine. I don't care what happened. I'm going in there to
when
get
it's
mine.
a lockdown, you can't get in the school.
I'm getting in that bitch.
And they go shoot you. Then you can't get in the school.
Deuce about to be lit on this.
They text you
I'm
and say the
going
school is
in-
going into lockdown.
As soon as I saw that police officer go in there to get his, I would have been right behind him.
That was kind of like they questioned the way that was handled, but I still feel like what the heck is happening with people where they are becoming unhinged and moving from whatever is going on in here to people gotta die.
And
today.
that leads us to our next topic, which you were talking about before the pod, gun reform.
Yeah, I don't
It ain't the
understand
guns.
AR-15s in a civilian capacity. Who are you shooting with that gun?
That gun didn't make dude shoot nobody.
No, a gun doesn't make anybody. It's an
Right.
inanimate object until you pick it up and start making it move its moving parts to do what it was designed to do.
Right.
A knife a sword is designed to cut. What is an AR-15 designed to do?
Shoot.
Who? Animals? You hunting with that animal with
Some
that
people
rifle? Who? Who?
do. Some people do.
No. No.
People
No. No. You're killing people with that gun.
You killing people with every gun. You
That
saying that
gun
like
is
that is
designed to kill a lot of people in a short amount of time. A handgun, a Glock, you got 9 shots
no, you
or
can
a
have
high
100 shots.
a Glock?
Yes.
Excuse me? What kind of magazine you talking about? Like this?
They got them where you
They
can
gotta
have
put a round
100
on it.
rounds in it.
Yeah, it's just
Well,
stupidness.
that's a retrofitted Glock. A 9mm Glock doesn't normally have 100 rounds in it.
That they're buying, you can buy drums 100 rounds.
And what do you need that for?
I'm just letting you know that you saying this gun got 30 rounds in it.
I didn't
You
say
can
anything
buy,
about rounds. I said you can kill a bunch of people.
you can kill a bunch of people with a Glock. That's the point. Guns, you can kill a bunch of people with them.
No.
So,
Yes.
Punk,
No.
you saying that the laws don't need to change?
What are you gonna change about it? You gonna tell people they can't have them? So people can't have them and still have them. So what you really gonna change? Everything in the world that's of some type of value is protected with what? Guns.
Okay.
Except for schools. The only place that ain't. That's dumb. But everything
So
of
give
value.
a teacher a gun?
I don't.
Because there's police
Why-
in the school with guns.
Not all of them.
What school doesn't have a SRO?
It seemed like it must. How y'all steady letting people in with guns? And ain't nobody
It
taking
was
them
an SRO
down.
at that school.
And what he was scared to use his gun?
I don't,
What
I
the
don't
fuck
know
you
the
got it
details
for?
of that, but what I
Somebody
know
shooting up
is
the
that
school and you
that's
somewhere
not
doing
the
what?
problem. The problem isn't that situation and that, because that was Sandy Hook 10 years ago.
The gun ain't the
problem
problem.
is
The
people
person.
having access to these weapons that are designed to kill lots of people.
It don't matter if you
It
got
does matter,
access.
because if you
How?
get a domestic violence charge, you lose your right to own a firearm in a lot of places. But any crazy person can walk into a store in Oklahoma, purchase this crazy ass rifle, and with an agenda. What? I don't want to
You
be
said
in public.
What was the first
I
thing
don't
you
want to
said,
be
though?
in public and feel like I can't be in a public space because somebody snapped off that morning and the doctor caused them pain, and so they want to take it out on everybody in between him and his target. I'm not dealing with that.
Talking about? You're talking about
That guy
people.
in Oklahoma,
Right,
that's
the
what
guy.
he did. You're not. I'm not.
The
I'm not
guy.
against guns.
So then
But you're
that's-
not.
the
You're
rest
not
of
going
it
to
is
tell me that
irrelevant.
people need access to every gun that's ever created in a civilian capacity. You're not going to make that argument
Why
for me.
not?
Because it has no purpose. Even if you was defending your home, you was in your home and you heard somebody coming through your front door, you come right at them with that round is going through that person and then outside. And anybody who's outside now is a victim of you defending your property that ends at so many 100 feet. But guess what? That firearm don't know that. People are just shooting into houses. Like, these bullets don't say, oops, no, we can't go through here. No. People are getting killed because of the access to the firearms in the states who have the looser restrictions. They just going and getting them and bringing them back to places.
Your issue is the bullet.
Firearms.
It's the bullet.
It's firearms. You hear that? You keep saying bullet if you want
Because
to.
you speaking about what the bullet do and going through
I'm
this
talking
and going
about
through that.
access
So is it the
to firearms. For what do you need this weapon for? How big is your house? You got a palatial estate?
do it matter?
You don't, because if you shooting at anybody in your house, in your yard, everybody around you is now a victim,
so for you,
or can potentially be a target.
So
Because the
for
first
you, what
thing you
type of gun
learn,
should you
the
have?
first thing you learn at the range is what? Be aware of your backstop.
So what's
So
acceptable?
now people just
What kind of
whatever,
gun can I have in my home?
whatever gun you want. I'm
But
saying that
for it to not be an issue for
AR-15,
you.
that
You
AR-15
steady
is
saying
a
that,
problem
but
for me.
AR-15 come in multiple calibers. That's why I'm asking you.
I
What's the
don't think you
real
need it.
issue? Can I have a 9mm in my house?
If that's what you feel like you want to
I'm
have.
saying, is that gonna be okay? Are you gonna
I feel like you ain't gonna be aware of your backstop. You gonna
That's
shoot,
not what I'm asking you.
and
You
somebody else
said
gonna get
you
hurt, and
said
then
you
it's
don't.
gonna be.
So what gun is acceptable?
All I'm saying
That's
is,
not what I'm not asking you. I'm asking
I'm
you a
not a
specific
gun
question.
manufacturer, and I'm not gonna run. I'm not even a Google to
But
tell
that's
you
why
about that.
I'm
What
trying
I'm
to
saying to
tell
you
you. You're
is that
saying a specific
gun
gun. It's not the
ownership is
gun.
out of control. Children are finding these safe ass guns and killing each other with them. The bullets are just going everywhere. Nobody is practicing the basic gun safety. Even people who
That's
go
a
to the
people
classes.
issue.
Even the people who
That is
going
a
to the
that's
classes,
a people
unloading
issue.
in the street. Open carry laws allow people to fuck all the training that you might have had to get your CCW. Now you just in the motherfucking street, and I just want to drive down the street.
Them
You know
people
what I mean?
that's doing
I want to
that.
just drive on the damn Ryan.
And get
I don't
home,
want to
get to
die
work.
because
people
your right
that's-
to have a gun.
The
But
people
you
that's
just
doing
shooting.
that might not have the right to have a gun. Fucking
Anybody.
criminals been having guns forever. The
Anybody.
people
Do
you
you know how
seeing
much
shooting in
training
the
police
middle of the
gotta go through
street,
to carry them
they're
firearms?
criminals.
It's
Lady D, let him go.
accountability.
I want to hear his
Exactly.
point. Go
On the
ahead.
person. You steady talking about the gun. The fucking gun don't matter. The same way you saying gun laws. This need to change. They too out here. The people who shouldn't have them anyway.
The people who should are licensed to have them in some cases are still shooting their spouses, having their children
So it's
find
a
them and
people
shooting
person.
each other.
It's a
it is
people-
not being accountable for that weapon, not understanding what it's designed for, and not being
And at the
honest
end
with
of the
yourself
day,
of why you have it.
It don't matter. It don't matter
So
what training you went through, what type of gun it is. If a motherfucker go crazy and do something dumb, none of that matters. So you trying to say it's the gun, and why do you have this gun or that gun? The person, why do they have that mentality? Why are they thinking
So
that?
it's only
Because
mentally ill people who kill.
I didn't say nothing about a mentally ill person. Why do they have that mentality? Why did you snap and just do that? Why did what that? You can't blame it on the gun, because them same people, if they didn't have a gun, motherfuckers is getting stabbed up in their house and domestic violence and people getting killed with knives and whatever the fuck else. They're gonna kill when they get that when they want to
But they
kill.
not gonna stab 19 people. I swear to
You
God.
don't know what they
you ain't
gonna do.
stab 19 people.
Everybody don't shoot 19
The last
By the
17,
fucking-
the
yeah.
last two don't watch 17 motherfuckers get stabbed. You not gonna get stabbed in the crowd. Come on, be real. You're not gonna go to a concert and worry about somebody running through stabbing everybody in their chest, but you are gonna worry about somebody shooting into the crowd.
Okay, so let me ask this, because I don't want us to go in circles. All right, is it a mental health thing? And I'm hearing like, okay, mental health, and I'm hearing education. Like,
I think
are
anybody who snaps out like that is having a mental episode. I think you are departing from what you are naturally, innately prohibited from wanting to do, right? Thou shalt not kill. So yes, I think in that moment you probably are having a mental episode that's allowing you to detach from reality to do that heinous crime in that way that you did it. Yes, in that case, is it episodic or is it chronic?
right? My thing is, did things lead up to this though?
In the cases we talked about, yeah.
You know, like
That guy was a white supremacist in Buffalo. He's still saying it. He's been to court and admitted, like, they're not backing off of that.
punk, mental health or education, or you just saying it's a
Anytime you
people
got
issue?
Anytime you got a gun, you should be educated on it. How to use it, all of that, how to break it down, clean it, function. Like, you should be educated on it. People out here killing people.
I'm saying, what's more of the problem with the mass shootings specifically?
The people.
But can you get more deep than that?
I
or-
mean, I don't know, because I don't know nobody that committed a mass shooting, so I can't say, oh, he was going through all this stuff and then
yeah,
you know,
but
you
what's
could
your
see
speculation?
They got some shit going on in their head. To go
So
out and kill a bunch of
mental
people, you gotta
mental
have something gotta be going on up there.
my opinion is definitely mental health, mental illness has a huge part to deal with it. Education has a big part to deal with. Like you said, why do you need this type of weapon? You know, like racism. I'm gonna throw that in there too. You know, but that's part of mental illness to me. Like, you know, if you hate somebody based off the color of their skin, you clearly sick in the head. You know, definitely to the point you want to
Or
kill.
let's look at the other
Come on.
identity groups. When that guy shut up that massage parlor in Georgia, right? They initially thought, well, he was trying to kill women, or maybe because they were predominantly Asian, right? So then you kind of dig into, is something bias motivated driving these people to commit? But then you have, well, what happened in Uvalde?
Okay, can you explain?
I mean, what pushed that boy? Like, and then they interviewed some kids who knew him from school, and it just
That's the one with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
The conversation kind of started.
The 18-year-old dude.
Yes.
That shot up a grammar school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just the classroom.
Fuck out of here.
He's just
What's
crazy.
your point? What's your point?
I don't know.
well-
Like they talking about he got bullied in school and all this shit. You 18. At this point, you wasn't in that school. You went and shot up. So you went and shot up a bunch of little kids because somebody in your high school was bullying you. Why the fuck you didn't go to the high school you went to? You gonna go take that off on some little kids, 10, 11 years old.
So how could we intervene on a person like that before he got to that day?
His parents.
People saw signs.
That's what I'm saying.
People saw signs.
And
Saw
they
what he
said
did to his
posting.
grandma?
He was posting the shit on social media that he was finna go do some stuff.
Okay.
Multiple posts.
Let me ask
But
this:
were they
what
posted text? I thought he was
I
texting a
think it was
specific
text.
girl. It was
I thought
texting
they
a
said-
specific.
What I read,
Initially,
he
they
posted
said
on
post,
Facebook.
but okay,
I think he
might have.
posted a picture of the gun when he. I think that's what it
Okay.
was. But
But even if it was text messages, nobody thought to find this dude and he sending shit like that.
that's what I'm saying. When can we intervene? Even if we see somebody.
Oh, he posted some cats or something, a bunch of dead cats. That's what it was. He posted on Facebook or something.
When do we intervene? When do we?
Sociopath.
When does it become okay? This is a problem. Who could potentially snap and pick up a gun and start shooting folks? Because we know it can happen, right? Columbine was the first time this happened. We talking about years ago. This is not new. Kids have been learning active shooter drills in school now for years. I didn't know that in school. I was one of the first. My high
Them
school was one of
drills
the
ain't
first
fucking
ones.
helping.
No, it tells them to get under the desk.
But they ain't helping.
So my question is, well, okay, if we're gonna keep the volume of guns that we have in the United States, how do we weed out these folks?
You gotta put restrictions. I mean, essentially, people who have mental illnesses and this logged or whatever you want to say, they can't get firearms in some places. Like, it's against the law.
Okay, so those places are safe. What about places
those
like
ain't
Uvalde?
ain't no place safe.
I don't
like,
think they had a.
Do we know
something-
how he got that gun?
I think he went and bought it.
Just because he was 18
18
and
went
just you
about it.
can. That's crazy.
Should you be able to just walk into? I've been to gun
No.
shows before, and they have impressive
18.
displays of stuff, and you could just buy it right then. Some states you have to wait 3 days.
You say yes.
that you should be able to buy one at 18.
Yeah.
I feel like people should have to be educated on it, but I'm not against guns. I'm not against you being able to go in the store and buy a gun, because all the crazy people, or whatever you want to call them, the people that's killing people, they got guns somehow,
They got 'em already.
whether legally or illegally. So why the fuck am I gonna be the only person out here without it, and they just walking around getting them any fucking way? Don't make sense to me.
So then, is that the rationale to keep getting the bigger gun? Because they already got them, so I better get it too.
I don't understand your fascination with bigger guns.
Because
mean-
they killing all these people
But I
in
ask
these mass
specific questions
shootings.
because these guns look a certain size don't necessarily mean it's no different than
They have
the
a higher
Glock you talking about.
caliber.
That's my point. It's
round.
AR-15s that are 9mm, that are 45. Is not just what you think. That's why I'm steady saying, what's the right
Okay.
size gun then?
Okay.
Because all you thinking is Glocks are 9 millimeters, 40s, maybe a 45.
Your point is
You're
he could have walked
thinking-
in there with handguns and did
And
the
it
same
wouldn't have
exact
fucking
thing.
matter.
Okay.
Exactly. You're thinking because it's a AR-15 that is automatically a 223 or a 308. Those bullets are big as hell. But
Okay.
all AR-15s aren't that. So while you're trying to put it on a specific gun, they not all built the same. And at the
I think
end
we
of the
got
day,
enough guns in
it's
this
still the
country.
people.
I think we got enough gun companies. I think we got enough firearms. I think we got enough of a porno passion about firearms. I think people get off on guns. I think the idea of a gun is irrational in America right now because you just want. When I was younger, it was the Uzi, then the Tech 9. This shit is just stupid, and none of them guns did anything but kill people.
And ain't killed more people than money. And we still spending that
Money
shit
is you can't. We can't do without money. You can't break down the money is everywhere. We talking about firearms. We can do without firearms. There are places that do well without firearms. America is
somebody that got
obsessed.
firearms.
Despite the fact that kids are now getting injured by these weapons because of people are not putting these guns up, securing them properly. Nothing.
That's education. That's
Nothing.
education.
Nothing.
That is
Nothing.
education.
Well, what has to die from a gun for a human to say, "Wow, that's perhaps we've gone too far"?
So Punk. So if they said, all right, to own a firearm, you have to take a class once a month, you think that would be acceptable? 2-hour
For
class.
me?
Everybody.
Everybody who owns a firearm.
Everybody who owns a firearm has to take a 2-hour class once a month.
I don't think everybody. I don't know. I don't know. For me, it's
Too
fine.
obsessive?
I wouldn't care
Is it too obsessive?
to take one once a month. You don't make people do other shit once a month. You don't.
That's not the question.
I mean, what's
If that's the
what's the point?
solution.
What's the point in that? Is that gonna stop a crazy
We're
person
saying
from shooting?
education.
Yeah.
We're
But I'm
saying
saying, is that
education.
gonna stop the crazy person from shooting? The education part is shit like kids getting a hold of guns and accidentally shooting
Mm-hmm.
they sibling and stuff. That's education.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to a person who fucking switch flip and decided to shoot up a church or whatever, it don't matter how much education you got. They probably got education about a lot of shit.
Probably been hunting since they were children. I know
Exactly.
people who
Precisely.
teach their kids
Mm-hmm.
to hunt, but we're not talking about people who take their son out into the forest to shoot their first deer. We talking about weapons that are being used in urban settings against other humans.
When you
And
say
what
urban
how
settings,
far do we have
that's
to go
different than
before
these
we try to
mass
roll
shootings.
this stuff back? How far? Babies now been like, I just don't understand how far it needs to go. I'm all for have your guns if you want to have them, but we not being responsible with them. We not being responsible.
But that's not a gun
We
issue.
should have
That's
whatever
the
we want, but if
people.
you're not gonna be responsible with it,
It's not the gun, it's the people.
we got fire. We can light a candle. We can autonomously control fire. But when you are irresponsible and set your dumb self on fire, you know what I mean?
You know,
You can
how
control
much
it.
shit catch on fire because of arson.
Because people are irresponsible. So,
So are
we
you
had
finna
to
say take
create
all the fire out
laws,
the world?
a whole department. No, I'm saying we got these weapons that nobody wants to be accountable for, despite the demise that they are causing to
What
our
do you mean
neighbors.
accountable for?
This ain't over
Who
in,
do you
in
want to be
somewhere
accountable
else.
for the person that's shooting somebody? You want who is supposed to be accountable for that? Beside the person that did it. How are you trying to hold somebody else accountable for this
I'm
person
sorry.
making a
if
decision?
it wasn't available, there would never need to be an accountability.
If it wasn't available, then they
if
gonna
you
kill
didn't
with
know
some
it
other
existed,
instrument.
you wouldn't want it.
But she's saying not as fast and not as lethal.
A killer gonna be a killer at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So
so why not just get a
It was
nuclear
mass-
weapon?
it was
Why
mass
not get a
killings.
grenade launcher now? Why not drive a tank?
People have literally drove into crowds with their vehicles.
No, I'm saying
That
we
shit
live
done
in a
happen.
society now that you got to have a gun because this one might have a gun. Why not just get a tank now and a bulletproof vest and everything else that goes
Oh, when
with
Tesla come out with they
protecting
bulletproof
yourself
car,
from
I'ma
all
get
these
one.
phantom
Don't worry
guns
about
that
it.
people have illegally?
You said phantom guns?
I'm saying,
That people
is
have
it a real fear
illegally?
to just say, well, they got them illegally, so I need to have it legally to protect myself from they?
What the fuck else am I supposed to do? Not protect myself? Not protect
That's
my
your
family?
rationale.
Not
You
protect my
have to
kids?
explain it, not ask me
I don't
about
have to
it.
explain. I
You
don't-
just said, what are you supposed to do? I can't
because
explain
that's what
your
you're
rationale.
saying. They
That's
got it
what you
illegally, so
said.
I'm gonna get it illegal.
You
I'm gonna get it
said that.
legally.
You
Yes.
said they have them illegally, so I want to have a gun to protect myself.
And my family, absolutely.
So
what
at
else am I
what point
supposed to
does
do?
your right to protect your nuclear family
My nuclear
stop?
family.
Meaning you, your wife, your kids who live in
Okay.
your home.
Me, close. Yeah.
Close knit. Okay.
When you get to busting off rounds into the community, protecting them. When does my right start? How far away from your muzzle fire does my right to live start?
So I'm not supposed to protect my family.
That's not the answer.
Oh.
That's a question.
Somebody come in my house.
Fuck everybody. Somebody gonna die.
Yeah, the person I'm.
You
I'm-
hope?
Hey,
You hope.
I'm hoping the light on my shit.
You
When I flash
hope?
it, they turn their dumb ass back
You
around.
hope?
But if they don't, I'm gonna put one in their ass because it's either me and my family or them.
Okay.
So-
So everybody breaking in houses is ready to die, and everybody who ever broke in the house, they got a gun, and everybody who ever broke in the house deserves to die.
I don't know what they deserve.
You just
But
said
I
they break in
didn't-
your house,
I
you bringing them
didn't
death. That's the death sentence.
If you, that's on them.
To
That's a
enter
decision
your home
they,
without your permission.
is on them. They just
Okay.
did that. I didn't make them do that.
Okay.
Why would you walk into somebody's home unless you're trying to do harm to
Okay.
them?
Well, that's
Whether
your
that's
rationale.
steal, kill, or whatever. So yes, if it's me or you, I'm
But I'm
gonna
not
choose
saying
me
you,
and
me,
my
or you,
family.
because everybody who breaks in a home ain't thinking I'm coming in here to kill the occupant. Some of them just want to get your jewelry.
So here's the point.
Some of them just want your DVD player.
And this is
They
this
don't want
is
to die.
this is where the education part come in. If I yell out to you, I have a weapon.
So burglars need to take this education class.
No, what I'm saying
What
is
class is
what I'm
this?
saying is I've taken class. So
I've
I'm
been
educated on
trained
the
as
fact
well.
that I'm supposed to let them know
I got it on me.
I got it on me.
Okay.
And I got a big ass light on my shit. And when I flash it, and when I tell you I got it, if you decide to come around that corner, I don't care.
Okay.
I did what I was supposed to do.
Okay. Fair enough.
If they still decided to come around that corner, what the fuck was they expecting then?
I don't
That
know.
I was lying?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think that's a
See, I'm not
I think
gonna
that's
be-
a convenient
I'm not gonna
scenario
be-
to having your head playing when you're thinking about protecting your home. I think that's a convenient scenario to say somebody come in my door, I'm gonna be this and I'm gonna be that. Like that's a real convenient scenario to play in your head. But when it's time to take a life, that's gonna be a different situation. When you make that covenant with yourself that I'm going to take this person's life for whatever reason you put on it,
Before he
that's
took mine.
for you to answer to
Before he took
to
mine.
your higher power.
Okay.
Whatever
I
excuse
answer
you
for that.
use for that.
At protecting my family,
And all
I
I'm
answer
saying
to
is
that to
taking a
whoever.
life ain't a notion. And we get into these paradigms in our mind of when would I be pushed to kill?
No, we
Come
who?
on.
Who does that?
Come on. You just made up a whole scenario where you would take somebody's life to justify owning a firearm. Yeah.
I just made up a whole scenario that yes, I will
To
shoot
justify
someone
why
who
you would
comes
kill
in
somebody.
my house attempting harm on me.
You don't know
and
why
my
they
family.
there. You just assuming that it's harm because they're in your home. Some
Trespassing.
people break in homes just to steal. Yes.
Okay. And when I yell out, I have a gun, I'm assuming that person gonna turn
That's
his
your
ass
choice.
around
That's your
and
choice.
go about his way.
That's a choice. That's a choice. That's a
You
choice.
trying to put it in the person's
Nah,
hand?
you made up the scenario.
I
I'm
didn't make up
just talking
nothing.
to you about your story.
I didn't make up nothing.
That's your story in your head and all that good stuff.
Glad
Now
we
all
took
of a
that.
sudden, I'm not the victim. Somebody breaking my shit, I'm no longer the victim. I'm the predator. What?
I didn't say predator and I didn't say victim. I said choices, accountability, and how far away from the muzzle fire of your firearm does other people's lives then become
I will be accountable for my decision.
All right.
I pay for a lawyer monthly, and they'll deal with the logistics of that.
Okay. So that's why I took that little break earlier, because I knew y'all was going to go in on that one.
And he had his peachy beer. He feeling out.
Life is just peachy keen, baby.
You know?
Peachy keen. Hey, while we triggered, let's keep the party going. Let's keep the party going.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Okay.
So them people that do the mass killings and they shoot 10, 15, 20 people, if after they shot the first person, first two people, somebody shot them, then what? You gonna feel like they shouldn't have shot them?
I don't understand your question.
This person shooting 10, 15 people, if somebody has a gun and shoots him and stops the mass murdering that's going on, you mad at that person for having a gun and shooting him?
The person who shoots the active shooter?
Yeah.
I feel like that's how we get justice. We meet iron with iron.
You mad at them?
That's how we in America want justice.
So should he not have had that gun?
No, he shouldn't have had that gun. No.
But I bet you
no, he should.
I'm sure that
you're saying both people shouldn't have had that gun.
No, I'm
right.
saying if a guy goes out and buys a gun with the intention of I'm about to shoot up anything where I know it's a mass target, they shouldn't have that gun.
Yeah, he's saying the other
but
person
if another person who happens to be on scene, I hope it's a police officer and not just some random citizen. I hope it's somebody who has the thought and awareness and the training to deal with something like that, not some dumb private citizen who also is armed and I got the shot, I could take the shot. Like, people are
what
so
the police
in TV. People are in television. Police train for that kind of stuff.
So
more
they
than the average
not
citizen.
shooting an active shooter.
What do you mean? They shot him in Uvalde. Yes, they do shoot the active shooter.
The other guy, they walked him out and took. Well, I don't even say they took him.
He was trying to take his life, but they took him into custody. The guy in Oklahoma, he took his life.
So what's different than the police shooting him and some civilian you saying shooting him?
Police are trained for those scenarios. Yes, and you can laugh, but they are. The average citizen,
and they still did the same
citizen may
exact
take whatever classes that they have to take to get it, and that's it. Maybe never go to the range again. It was one lady, she got carjacked, had a gun in her purse. They stole her car and her gun out the purse. Now imagine if she would have tried to come up out the purse with it and ended up shot like the one guy who was getting, you know what I mean? Like, where are we with these guns? It's people getting shot with you know what I mean? That's not the answer. More guns is not the answer. That cannot be the answer. It's great for Smith & Wesson, great for Glock, Raven, all these people who make all these guns, great for them. They making great money.
Great for the justice system too.
Yeah, every time I see
everybody
somebody die over a firearm, it's like, what's happening?
Legally.
Well, but you know that don't matter. You know, like, and shit happened. We like you say, you took the courses. They tell you the stories where people still, like you say, people got their stuff legally and still going to jail because the kid got into it or going. You know, shit happened. You know,
it happens.
And
but the accessibility of firearms, let me get my gun. Most people, let me go get my gun. I'm gonna get my gun. It's smoke. I'm showing up with
you got to be responsible with.
Where's
when you
the accountability? We not even handling them properly. They ain't even in holsters. They just in waistbands.
True.
If you don't go to golf and get you.
Did y'all see that clip? It was a lady in the gas station had her
and
gun.
And he took it right off her.
Took it right off her hip, and she.
Cause she had it in jogging pants.
What can you do? Like.
What she did? Look around.
Look goofy.
To see if somebody
you ain't
saw
gonna fight him.
her
We got your
grab
damn
a
gun. We got your gun. You ain't
Why
gonna
do
fight
you
him.
have that gun, ma'am? It's out and you not ready to defend it. Get the
All
hell
right,
out of here.
let's get off the guns. We beating the guns into the ground. All right, so let's keep us triggered while we spicy. Let's listen to this guy.
Not that guy.
Oh, they gonna get us an ad. Fuck out of here with the ad. Okay.
That's all you motherfuckers do is cry, bro. That's all they do on fucking Twitter. Well, I'm really black because my parents were here in 1945 and they know Martin Luther King. Shut the fuck up. That's why foreigners come to this country and laugh at you niggas, bro. Real talk. Chinese people come to this fucking country. You know what they do? They open up a fucking Chinese food spot in the hood. The Indian people, they go open up a convenience store in the hood. The Arabs, they come into the United States. They go put a fucking liquor store in the hood, and them niggas can't even drink. They laughing at you, stupid fucks. Because you guys come into the store. Oh, hey son, let me get a pack of Hennessy. Yo, I only got 20 on me right now, bro. I know it's 50, but yeah, do it.
A pack of Hennessy.
Come back again with the money. They laugh at you niggas because you guys were born here with the opportunity, and they're making a killing off you stupid fucks. Because you guys speak English, born here, raised here, U.S. citizenship, and you're still a fucking loser. Going into a foreign nigga store, buying the fucking alcohol, crying and complaining about why you're not where you want to be, but you're drunk all the time off of fuccking Hennessy. That's the truth
We
of the
drink
black
all the
community.
time on Hennessy.
Man.
All the time on
And
Hennessy.
that's all we drink is Hennessy.
And
That's all
ain't
we
none
drink.
of us at where we want to be. We all crying.
That
we
man
all
has never.
whining.
He doesn't know any
Myron
black people.
from Fresh and Fit.
He doesn't know any black people. He only know TV black people.
Yeah,
like
he know the
Hennessy,
the
bro.
stereotype.
Hennessy.
Stereotype. who go? Pug, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and give it to me, man. What's your thoughts on that, man?
That young man is lost. It's that simple for me. He clearly don't know shit about what he's talking about. They do come have stores in the urban neighborhoods and all that shit, but the road to it is way easier than for black people in America.
Structurally designed, so
It's different when you hear and they fucking hate you, and they want y'all to come over here because it makes them look like great America, the land of opportunity. It ain't that much opportunity here for us, but that's hard for them to see because they come here from their countries that treat them how we get treated here and get opportunity here.
And
But we can't go nowhere and get no opportunity. Not like that. Get free shit, medical, food stamps.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get handed that shit. Not like y'all think we do. Don't work like that.
And I
But
think
keep on with your rant. You think you know something. You'll be alright.
and it's just arrogant. Like, you can't stand on the backs of 200 years of apartheid oppression in this country. You cannot stand in, the dust settling of civil rights movements, legislation that had to happen to make certain states stop sanctioning just the killing of black people, And it's like when I hear those kinds of perspectives from other folks of color, it's like, well, why do you also want to come here and be divisive towards us?
He part of the problem.
And it seemed like he took pride in like
He's using the N-word.
Well, them opening up liquor stores and poison. That's something you take pride in. Oh, they don't even drink. Then y'all drink.
And we selling y'all liquor and laughing at you. Where do you live, bro? Where that's your only paradigm of black people in communities. Like, there are some stores in my neighborhood that are owned by that community, and they sell a gallon of water for $3.99. So why are you taking advantage of these same water? If you're gonna criticize us about Hennessy, why is your water marked up 300%? Why is your food old? You know what I mean? Like, why is that the product that you provide in these communities that we welcome you into? Because, quite frankly, they're food deserts. So we're going to have to take what we can get. It's a city in the south suburbs. It's a food desert. The gas station have fresh fruit. Have things that you would see in a grocery store, like a mini grocery store, in this gas station, because it's a food desert. And it's like, but it's still marked up to a premium. If you recognize that you're the only people bringing fresh fruit into this community, why are you raping us too? Why are you joining in the marginalization of us as well?
Because obviously they take pride in that.
They just here for the opportunity that they get off the work we.
I just think it's arrogant.
Just like every other fucking
people died in this country to have the rights that we enjoy now. People
the rights that you enjoy
died.
Being over here.
Laws had to happen. Like, black people did not have freedom of movement. We between 13 and 12% of the population in this country still. That's not the same for other groups of color. That's not just oh well. You know what I mean? There were laws about you can't be black, unemployed, walking down the street. You'll get arrested for vagrancy. You'll get arrested for dumb sundown laws.
So I can hear the TikTok comments now. Oh, that was 40, 50 years
It
ago. That was up.
But Cairo, Illinois still feels the effects of a sundown law that long ago. That city is still feeling the effects of policies they put in place to keep certain folks out of these communities after dark. It didn't go away. That city is not thriving. Do you know anybody moving to Cairo, Illinois?
Now, what about this perspective of black people just complain and they just don't work hard enough and they just need to go out and get it? Pull themselves up by the bootstraps. And
I think that's a perspective. I think you could be a great student who makes it all the way to Harvard. Full ride scholarship, straight A's. But you got to make it to that class every day.
Alive, right?
You got to walk that campus. And you got to make it to that class every day. And from the stories that come out of that region, it's not always an easy task, you know? So it's not like we get to, these spaces and it's just smooth sailing. We still feel the effect. I mean, look at what's going on right now. It's just, that kind of stuff is just, it's alarming. It's alarming. It's alarming.
He a cornball.
I bet you he's not talking that way in these stores that these people own in these communities. No. I bet he's not talking like that to people.
They never say it to our faces. They never say it to our faces because when I go out into the world, nobody challenges me. Nobody talks to me crazy. Nobody approaches me crazy. Y'all only say it online and saying when you're in the comfort of your home. But in the world, y'all tiptoe around us.
And at these stores that they talking about, like that's unfortunate to target us as well. Like we the bottom, like black people are the floor.
They try.
And everybody can punch down.
I check all y'all. Everybody.
It's weird. You still that triggered that you can't even talk.
It's just it ain't much to say because it's just sad the thought process and the mentality of dude. Like, you would think that people would, yeah, I get it, like the history is the history, that's not today, but you would think that people knowing one, how we even here, we didn't even choose to come here. You making a choice to come over here, and you only making that choice because of the benefits and opportunities that they give you. We didn't want to be here.
They come over here already having money.
In some cases.
Some cases.
In some cases.
Some cases.
If it's a war-torn area.
Already set up.
Some cases.
Family already over here. Got an opportunity for you already. Come on, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
I think when
most cases
when we look at them,
poor people don't come over here and just thrive.
And even if
fuck out of here.
If they do,
hardly. Fuck out of here. They come over already established, and then you come looking down at us. Fuck out of here.
And then when you got a visa that's saying you got a reason to be in this country, you got a reason to be here. We here. We not on a visa. Like, we are here. We are living this. We are doing this.
And ain't shit given to us. The opportunities
it'll be taken away before it'll be given. And when I hear handouts, they want handouts. I'm like, handouts?
We want to be left the fuck alone.
That's it. And all that police shit, you could, being black, you could do the right thing. Because I done did it. And still get told, get the fuck out the car.
We want to be left the fuck alone.
Don't bomb
That's
our community.
It.
don't drop a bomb on us.
But every time we start to thrive, you got to come up with something to derail us, to kill us, to hinder us, to divide us. Come on now, let's be honest. Like, I'm about to give it to y'all today. Y'all playing today. Like, everything he's saying is some bullshit.
Well, I feel like
that's why foreigners come over here and laugh at y'all. What does that say about your character? You're feeding right into the American bullshit, the American classes bullshit. Ain't nobody better than the next motherfucker, period. And that's why I said earlier, when I go into the world, I don't see this energy. Y'all don't come. Y'all know how we get.
You don't do it to other groups. You don't do it to other groups. Yeah, you can't open a liquor store in a nice bedroom community. First of all, they call spirits. You know what I mean? First of all, let's audit what the hell you talking about. Like, I'm over it. I feel like you sit in a seat of privilege to even speak like that.
We're gonna call it foreign privilege.
That is a seat of privilege, and you can say and you can look down at certain groups in America. Why is it always black people, black? Like, why are we the bottom?
They need a punching bag to make themselves feel better. They need a punching bag to make themselves feel better. It's sad.
I cannot with that.
It is sad.
If you've never met an American black person, like, you've probably been all over the world, but you come here to America, and your idea of what American black people are the caricatures you see in movies. That's a problem. We don't do that to you. I don't see Slumdog Millionaire in my head. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do that. I want to get to know you if you open to being diverse, but now. We just all drinking Hennessy and we stupid because we don't take advantage of what's being offered to us.
I'm fine.
We don't take advantage of these knees in our neck.
So